Hey everybody, it's Green Havoc, and we are about to take a look at the top players of the previous week in the Overwatch League as we get ready for not only the final week of Stage 4, but exciting but sad, the final week of the Overwatch League's inaugural season. Boy, did it fly by fast. Anyway, guys, this is ESHQ's Team of the Week.
Justice reigns from above.
No one can hide from my sight.
友人の剣をくれ
Cheers, love! The cavalry's here!
Okay, so if you're new to this video, basically what's going to happen is we are going to assemble a Team of the Week plus an MVP, and the Team of the Week is going to consist of 3 players from days 1 and 2, and 3 players from days 3 and 4. Each set of players will be 1 tank, 1 healer, and 1 DPS. And the MVP of the week can be anybody. It literally is just who had the largest impact. Going into days 1 and 2. Who did we have? I'm almost afraid to mention his name. I feel like I need to duck, dodge, dip, and weave, but I don't think it would matter because he is that accurate, and he is very much one of the MVP candidates as far as this league is concerned, and that is Carpe of the Philadelphia Fusion. He is your DPS for days 1 and 2, and before my head gets added to his long list of heads taken, I am going to send it over to myself for the detailed analysis, as Nascab was not around this week. One of my favorite things when we are taking a look here at Carpe is we really have a dynamic player whose aim very rarely falters. You do not see this player make a lot of mistakes, and it's because of the way he aims. Take a look here. He lets the movement of his character finish, and he's calculating as his jump comes down to hit these shots. He's both clinical in when he's spraying with the SMG mode of his sniper, and on top of that, he always opens up strong. Watch this shot here on Baby Bay. He does his jump to get around the corner and lands perfectly on the head. He's going to follow this Winston. He sees his opening, takes his shot, sees the Brigitte under here, takes the shot onto the Diva first as the tank needs to go down, then finishes off the player. Absolutely outstanding play. All right, we need a tank. Who's going to be the person who gets in there and starts walloping on the bad guys? Well, for days 1 and 2, we are giving it to Muma, because OGE has been looking absolutely phenomenal, and to go toe-to-toe with him, and go to toe-to-toe with Mickey and come out on top and convincingly, the Outlaws got the job done, and it starts with that tank line being big, strong, and, well, just playing the game at a high level. So, without further ado, let's get into those stats, those big brawling numbers with Muma, your tank of days 1 and 2. Muma, one of the big boy tanks of the league. He is a tank you can never take your eyes off of when you're in the game, because doing so will almost guarantee you're punted off a map. He is so clinical on both the Reinhardt that shatter, that timing, that trust in Jake, absolutely just phenomenal. Here we go, more juggling. You want to go off the map? You could go off the map. And it's just absolutely great play to see from a main tank. He leads from the front. He makes the plays. One more time, let's see that shatter. Hammer down. That is why he is your tank of days 1 and 2. Now, for our support, and this may be a little, well, it's interesting to say the least. Unko of the Dallas Fuel. Now, I know you could say, what, he was on a losing team. They didn't really perform that great. His individual performance was very powerful. Now, look, I know the team fell a little short, but that's not what this is. This is the Team of the Week, which means it's the best players with the best performances. And I know there were some big games that happened in days 1 and 2, but I and the whole group here at ESHQ really felt that Unko was a standout player. So let's get a look at that more detailed look, you know? Let's gaze into the iris. You think you have a combo? I don't think so. Ultimately, it would play out really well for the Outlaws in the end of this game, but Unko was a huge thorn in the side. Watch this. He truly is an assassin player. You can't hear me float? Well, I'm coming in. And it seemed like he constantly had Transcendence up. One of the other things I like about it, it's a subtle play, but in that last Diva clip, he moved in front of the shot to help avoid some of the damage for his teammate. The small placements, the small movements of when he Transcendence, it makes the difference. That's the difference between just transcending and really saving your team. I mean, and you've seen it here. It's almost every clip he has a Transcendence. All right. That's days 1 and 2 done. We're halfway assembled with this team, this super group of players. Who makes it for days 3 and 4? Well, the DPS, we're going back to the Philadelphia Fusion because it is none other than EQO. Backs against the wall, going up against Seoul Dynasty, going into overtime. This guy is one of the few DPS who can even keep up with Carpe. And he has to do it while he's on the same team. So he literally has to try to keep up with the guy who's going to be taking all of the eliminations. So EQO's performance, top tier. Let's get that look because it's always fun to watch a good DPS clip. Justice really does reign from above when it comes to EQO through the Transcendence. He doesn't care. He is point blank. We didn't see it in that clip, but he waited for the stun to be used and then flew in perfectly. A blade, I mean, come on. He is going to hit these ults at picture-perfect moments. You notice he didn't get stunned by the McCree, and there wasn't a Transcendence to be used to stop that. He comes down again. He's just in the right position because he knows that he can rotate around with Carpe, taking so much of the battlefield up on his own that he's going to be able to take these more risky angles, and he plays just perfectly in tandem with his team. They play an aggressive style, and he really does know how to just follow up on these big moments in the battlefield. And not every DPS has to be super mechanically just mind-blowing all of the time. Being in the right spot at the right moment, making the right plays, and that's what EQO does. He is an intelligent player, and he gets the job done. All right, we need a big tank. We need someone to either jump, leap, fly, fortify, or charge in. Who's it going to be? We are going with OG. That is right. Dallas Fuel's tank comes battering his way back into our list because this guy was top tier. And I know you could say, well, hey, they were fighting the Florida Mayhem. You know, like, they haven't been looking great. They're missing parts. Say a player's kind of, I mean, is he injured? He's not injured. He's definitely not playing at the level that he normally plays at. But they're chasing the stage playoffs. And to get a 4-0 against any team in the league is a big feat. I mean, seriously, look how close the league is in the standings, and then imagine getting a 4-0, okay? That's big, and it starts with the fact that OG sweeps aside other tanks most of the time. Only a few tanks in this league are confident going up against his ability. Fissure being one of them. You'll see him later, trust me. Anyway, let's take that more detailed look into OG's play. OG, oh boy. Big shatters, I love how aggressive he plays the Reinhardt, but not in like a traditional aggressive way. He is prone to swinging, prone to charging, but it doesn't seem like the same level of aggression that we see from a lot of the other Reinhardt players when they play the aggressive style. He likes to claim this space. And look at this. Look at that charge. That is just phenomenal. These shatters. Oh my goodness. We could literally just keep looping these clips for days, and you're going to see something new every time with just the positioning, the tweaks, the small movements of the players. It's just, this is what tanking is all about. It's the micro movements. He sees the Brigitte. No, thank you. I'm going to continue. He does get the kill, though. This charge. Come on. Come on. Okay? We need a healer. Someone crafty. You know, someone who's going to make the plays, make the swaps, get a little risky at times, maybe whip out his pistol while he's flying through the air. Someone who's not afraid. And you know who that is? That is Costa of the L.A. Valiant Wings Out Valkyrie. He represents it perfectly, and he comes flying in as our support for our team of the week. Look, he doesn't really make mistakes, and he's a player who likes to play bold. That is such a strong quality to have in a player, and especially in your support role. Good communication, willing to take risks, doesn't mess up in his risk-taking very often. Good hero pool. That's a solid player. You don't get much better than that, and that's why he makes this list. Let's take that look, and you know what's coming up next? It's that MVP. Supports may not always be the flashiest players, but one of the things I really like about Costa is his timing. We just saw that sound barrier come in at the perfect time and change a 5-6 man shatter into no one going down. That's insane. Here we have again Muma setting up the big shatter. He sees it. 3 people down, and he's going to keep his healing on all of the proper targets. They lose agility in this fight, but it could have gone so much worse. He keeps the Zenyatta alive, the Transcendence comes through, and it just makes that much of a difference. Here's another example of just a fight that should not have gone their way, but he pops the ult, he flies in with agility, he supports agility's ult, and he's going to come in, he's going to use his pistol, he's going to get a res, he's going to fly around, he sadly gets shattered, but that is the kind of play, bold and intelligent. We're here. We are here. MVP time, guys. It's the big boy, the player who made the biggest splash, the hardest hits, everything that you want. Smart, strong, intelligent, big plays, everything. And he's a player who realistically, honestly, I think, in my personal opinion, there's 3 players at the true front runners for MVP of the league. That's Jonak, it's Prophet, and it is our MVP of the week, Fissure. These 3 players are just absolutely phenomenal week in and week out. And Fissure proved it again with just, I can't even. There's not enough words to describe. So let's just get those clips. This is your MVP. This is the LA Gladiators, Fissure. It's the big boy. It's Fissure. This guy, honestly, we could make him MVP of almost every single week of the Overwatch League. He just knows how to claim space. He knows how to frag out. He knows how to separate the team. He knows how to juggle. He knows how to make... he takes winning situations out of just about anything. You think you've won. If Fissure is still around, you haven't won yet. He has to be a juggler. He has to be a juggler because this guy can take just about anything. It might as well be a Dragon Blade when he ults on Winston. He is going to do damage. And if he's not doing damage, he's juggling your supports out of your team. I've seen him make plays where he just juggles transcendences just off into the distance, off to the sunset. Let's go on a beach stroll because you're not helping your team because we're going to go over here. He manages offense and defense perfectly, and that is why he is your MVP. Okay, there we go. That's our team, guys. That's the 6 players for the week and your MVP. And we are coming into the final week, which means we're going to be extra stingy. And you know what? We are going to be doing a team of the season a little bit after. We're still going to give the team of the week. And then after that video, there will be the team of the season. More news on that will come with the next video. But for now, I hope you enjoy this. And I hope you enjoy this week of the Overwatch League and cheer hard for your teams because they are going to need it. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, follow us on Twitter, follow me on Twitter. I give all of my opinions with fun little videos and a few extra things like that. And, yeah, you guys have a great one, and good luck in your games.